Hi everyone, I'm back with another famous games video. I think you remember in the last video we've covered the oldest game record we have, and in this one I'm gonna be showing you the funniest game record in professional shogi. Actually, I didn't know about this game until recently. I found it on Takodori-san's blog several months ago. He's the one of the greatest Japanese shogi promoter to the world, and after I found this kifu in his blog, I thought it would be worth covering in my video, so I'm gonna be doing that today. The game was played between Yoshiharu HABU and Akira SHIMA as a game in the Rookies tournament in 1987. And what is so funny about this game is that there's a certain position in the game that takes place again after dozens of moves. I mean, the exactly same position appears twice, having dozens of moves between them. So let's see how that happens. Okay, the opening was an ordinary Yagura opening. They go along the Joseki lines. Okay, the castles in. Okay, so their piece structure gets pretty much similar to each other, and here finally, by this bishop move, it's an identical position game. You see the piece structure of black and white is exactly the same. It's in a complete symmetry. And by the way, it became an identical position after this black's move of bishop to 4f. So technically, white is acting like his black, and black is acting like his white, because you know, white is moving faster than black. You see, black is now the latter move. Well, the reason for that is simple. White moved the bishop from here to here in one move, but black first moved the bishop to here, and then he moved it to here. So that's why now black and white is swapped. Okay, but here white takes the bishop, so bishop exchange here, so white loses one move. So now black becomes black again. He's playing faster than white. Okay, 0 to 60, still an identical position. And actually, this is the very position I want to show you in this game. The fact is, after 48 moves from here, we're going to see the exactly same position as what we see on the screen now. Well, it's really extraordinary. Seeing the same position after several moves is not so rare. That often happens. But after 48 moves, I'm sure you can't even imagine how that would happen. So let's see how that happens. Black dropped the bishop to 6a. Okay, this is a typical tactic that often takes place in Yagura game. It's not an immediate threat to white, but the thing is, this bishop is aiming at this gold, and he can sacrifice this bishop, exchanging with this gold anytime. Well, black loses material, but white's camp, the Yagura castle, is destroyed. So that's the basic idea, and although it's not a big threat at this stage, this bishop is going to be a big threat to white if it's combined with these frontal attacks. So if I were to show you an example, now in the next move black can start going for the third file, and eventually he'll be able to exchange the silvers on the second file, like that. Because if white just simply takes the silver, look at this, the king is okay, but you see this gold will fall. So that's the idea of this bishop drop. So how does white reply to this? Well then, SHIMA dropped his bishop as well to 4i. Okay, still an identical position game. Really interesting. Now HABU played 0 to 5g. Defensive move, and in the next move SHIMA plays really interesting move, king to 3a. The king gets out of the castle. Now Habu went ahead with withdrawing the silver to 6h. We'll see now this bishop's threat is weaker. Look at this strong castle. So Shima played king to 4a. Okay, the king is going for that bishop. Unbelievable. Okay, silver to 5i. Now you can see black is also going for that bishop. Okay, so king to 5a, attacking the bishop. Habu decided not to take this gold at this stage. He just played silver to 5h, capturing that bishop. Okay, now white has an option of taking it, because if black simply takes the horse, he loses material. But after white takes the silver, black can also take the gold. And well, I'm not sure which is better here, but it seems it's black's game. If the gold takes it, the rook will take this horse. That's one thing. And white can also go ahead and take this gold. Then, well, black can make a check and then take this horse. Or he can choose to capture that gold. Capture that rook by dropping a gold here. So anyway, white didn't take this silver here. White just took the bishop on 6a. So silver takes the bishop too. Now it gets funnier from here. The king goes back to 5a. He's going back to the castle. Silver to 5h. King 4a. Silver 5g. King 3a. And silver comes back to 4f. And king castles into 2b. Okay, 48 moves has passed. And we're seeing at exactly same position here. Unbelievable. Well, yes, this is a professional game, and they must be serious when playing this, although I kind of suspect they're joking to some extent. Okay, so if this funniest thing happens twice more, it will be a repetition draw, but it's not gonna happen, of course. Habu now played pawn to 3e, so here pawn exchange on the third file, and pawn drop, and silver goes back. But after that, Shima played that pawn exchange on his side on the 7th file. After pawn drop, silver goes back, and again it's still an identical position game. An edge pawn 1e 9e, still identical position. Okay, Habu drops a pawn again to here, and then drops that bishop to 4a. Okay, rook to 6b, and then silver takes the pawn. King 3a attacking the bishop. Okay, Habu discards the bishop here, and then pawn to 4f. And well, the only thing I wanted to show you in this game, that funniest part, is actually over. So the rest of this game is just an ordinary game. It's not so funny at all from here, but let's see which is gonna win here at least. So let's go pretty fast. Silver to 5c. Okay, 1d, pawn takes, and 5e. Okay, rook to 8b. 2d, and then 5d. Okay, so Habu is making fierce attack. 3d, silver takes it, and silver exchange here, and the gold drop to 5c, attacking the silver. Silver retreat to 4c, but black has a good move. Pawn drop to 2d. I see black can't take it, right? So Habu is attacking in a good tempo. But silver to 5b. Nice move. Gold takes it, but rook recaptures. Black takes the knight, but rook can promote. Gold to 6h, backward. Bishop drop, and here Habu plays silver drop to 6g. Okay, a really hard castle. 4-piece Yagura. Bishop promotes, but black is a good move. Rook to 5h, trying to get one major piece in his hand. So horse took it. So silver recaptures. Bishop 5f, but now the 5th file is available for black. So bishop to 5d, checking. King runs, and promoted pawn 3a. Whoa, it's a threat mate. But removing that is simple. Just go to 3e, making escaping route, and it's fine. But knight to 3g. Okay, so it's a threat mate again. But silver to 4c, blocking the bishop. Bishop promotes to 6c, then rook 3i. Okay, now white is making a threat mate. And also, This rook is attacking this knight, and if black loses this knight here, which is an important piece to block white's king, the king would be untouchable. So black has to save the knight, and also he has to reply to this threat mate. So he dropped the knight to 4i, doing that two things at the same time. Rook promotes to 3h. Okay, silver dropped to 6i. Okay, now black's king is in a 5 general castle. Well, this is pretty funny too. Well, maybe this is the second funniest thing in this game. Pawn to 3f, trying to remove that knight. Pawn 5g, attacking the bishop. Bishop 2c, and pawn 4e. Pawn takes the knight. Knight recaptures, and dragon takes it. Horse takes the knight. Well, basically, black is losing here. The white's king is safe. White can simply wait for the black's castle to be destroyed eventually. So bishop takes 4e, attacking the horse. Horse runs to 9a, attacking the dragon. So dragon to 3h. Knight 5f, blocking the bishop. But knight 4f. So now black's castle is starting to be ruined. Horse comes back, but pawn 5d. Horse has to run. And well, this is where you can learn something from this game. Shima doesn't simply take this silver. He drops his pawn to 6g. Well, I think this is pretty cool. It's pretty difficult to find this kind of move. It just allows that silver to run from that knight's attack. But then he's gonna drop another knight to 5e. Very good move. Okay, promoted pawn sack. And then king runs. Well, but it's not gonna work. Knight takes a silver. Then you see this silver will fall. The gold is pinned. Okay, now drop to 8h. Indirectly attacking the dragon now. But dragon to 7i. Okay, we're almost there. Horse to 5c. Now it's attacking this square. But you see, it's not a threat mate. So white dropped his silver to 7h. And it's a brink mate. Black played horse to 4d, but king can run to 2c, and it's not a mate. Well, but white has to make sure that his king is not a mate even if black takes this silver. Okay, black cannot mate this king even with another silver in his hand. So because of that, at this position, black HABU resigned. Alright, hope you found it to be interesting, so take care and see you next time. Goodbye.